Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the this webcast. And as you can see here, I'm going to start coding. Woo! So this is the mobile version of the homepage. I'm just going to do the HTML in this video. Won't be too exciting. Um, so I'm just sort of going to line this up over here so I can see what I'm doing, what I want it to look like, or what I want it to have, and then over here. Um, um, so I always forget how to do the doc type. Doc type equals. I'll look that up in a second. But that's pretty bad, right? So we got the HTML here. We got opening tag. We got the header. Oh, we got the meta stuff, right? Oh, head, and then the end of the head, and we got a body, and we got the end of the body, and we got the end of the HTML. For the most part, pretty simple. Head, I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. I'm not doing any CSS yet, no scripts yet. So in the body, the first thing we have here is the nav. I think there's a nav tag, right? I'm really not up on my HTML5. And then we have the content area, and then content. And then we have a, content. And then I believe we have a footer at the end. Oops, footer, hello, footer. And then we have the closing footer. And let me make this look a little bit better here. Let me bring that in. Oops, that one too. And then inside the body, we'll do these over there. There. And I'll just go top to bottom and we'll just work through this. So for the nav, we have what will be an unordered list. First list item is it's an href. We'll just make it blank for now. And it says home. Home. And an end of list item. Next one equals about. And next one is equals portfolio. And then we have the contact. Oh, if I had my hotkeys down better, I wouldn't have to keep doing all this over again. Let's just do that now. Oops, my bad. Put that there. And the next one is blog. Hello, blog. And that's the end of the nav area. Next is we have a content area, and we have a logo. Now I want to try and be as semantic as possible. Oh, I forgot my closing UL tag here. So it's important to indent so you can see these things. For the content, I'm going to put the title of this. I might hide the title under the logo, but I think I'm going to put the title of this as an H1 tag and call it Tropic of Creative. And then this will say H2 tag. Oops, H2 tag will be Creative Design Solutions. H2. And then I'll do a P. I'll do an H3. I'll make that H3. Designing your website or logo doesn't have to be so frustrating. Right? And then we'll have we'll do a paragraph just to be nice, and we'll have an href tag, and it will say get help now, and close the P off. So that's what that looks like, right? The thing I really like about separating out the CSS and HTML is that it makes the HTML so much easier. I mean, I can just look at this, it's so much faster to write stuff up. Anyway, that's the header area, right? So I'm going to actually put all of this inside a header tag here. And then I will close that off. And then the next part of the content is the about. So I'm just going to call this span class equals about, I guess. Or how about div? We'll just call it a div. Sorry, my bad. Div ID equals about. I guess we're only going to do this once, right? And then we'll close that div off. And then inside the div, we also have some tags. I'm going to call this also an h1 tag. H1 about. Now, if I want to be semantic, or if I want to be like really cut and dry and clean, I would just have about Tropic of Creative, right? So I'm going to do that for now. If I need to cut that up to 2 lines like it looks on the design, then I might do that later. But for now, I'm just going to do this. And then we have a paragraph of text. And I'll just copy over what I have over here. And paste it right there. Right? That over there. And I guess I don't need to put the P on a different line, right? Because they're all paragraphs. Here. Oops. Really? That goes on a different line? Yes, it does. And then we'll make that one another P tag. And then we'll have a button here which says hello. Okay, so it's a link, and the link is to whatever, and it is an email, hello@tropicofcreative.com. And then we have another button, which I'm going to put another paragraph in. Technically it's not a paragraph, but okay. Call 262-757-8449, which is my Google Plus number, or Google Voice number for my voicemail. And that's it. That's the about section. Easy peasy. Now we're going to go to portfolio. Go to the next div. Div ID equals portfolio. And the first item will be the word portfolio. Whoops. H1 portfolio. Maybe I should call these H2 inside here, because it's not huge. It's more of a subsection thing, right? So I'm going to call those H2s inside each one of these. Each one is really the title of the page, H2 portfolio. And then I have a left button, image, and then a right button, and then the image is linked. So how am I going to do this? I'll do this. I'll do paragraph. A little handy with that P tag, aren't I? Let's do a div. Div ID equals, let's see, slider, I guess. Let's say, yeah, slider is fine. And the href goes to whatever, and then the and then this will be previous. I might take that out and replace it with an image later, but for now I'm going to call it previous. And then we have an image in the middle, which is under an href, and this is the image source equals whatever the image will be, gallery image. I'll just put that for now. And then we have the h and next. And the word next might in the CSS just be replaced with a button, but for readers or for people, blind assisting things, then this will let them know that that's where they're supposed to go. And then we'll div. And then we have, but then we have the title of this thing, right? So we should add that to the slider because that will change with each image. Haha. So we'll do an H3 and call it a hackathon poster. And then do a paragraph and we'll say poster design for the Div Network 2012 in-house hackathon event. Right? And that's the portfolio item for that div. Easy peasy. And that's the end of the main div too, or that div. And then we got div ID equals blog. And we're going to go H2 latest from the blog. Right? And then we'll go H or div ID equals let's say class equals blog post. No, that's too generic. Let's do class equals blog highlight. Featured blog. How's that? Featured blog. Featured blog. And then we'll do the first one, which has an image, but there's a linked image. So this will say href equals whatever, and then image source equals featured image. Right, and then we got the title. Will be H3 on this. 5 ways to save on your next website. Hint: don't make one. And parentheses and H3. Then a paragraph of text. This is an excerpt of the text from this blog entry. It will be actual text sometime in the future. Right? So that's the excerpt. And then we'll just copy that for each. How many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, right? So 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Now, of course, that's going to be in the loop for WordPress, so it'll just loop those from the database when we get to that point, but we're not at that point yet. And then let's close out that div that we had there. Now the next one is the contact us. Oops. Contact us. Div ID equals contact. And then we got the H2. Contact us. And then we have paragraph of text. Are a digital design agency based in Hawaii, providing creative design solutions for clients all around the world. All around the world tonight. Okay, and then we got a form, which my form styling is a little rusty. I'm going to call this form ID equals contact form, just so I have an ID on it. And then what are the labels and fields and stuff like that, right? Yeah, I'm rusty on my form, so I'm going to come back to that in a second. We'll just say there's a form there, right? Fill that in later. And then after that, we have the final div tag, which is actually, it's not a div tag, it's the footer. So we'll go straight to the footer. Here, and the footer will be just a paragraph, copyright, copy symbol, all rights reserved. I don't like putting the year, although I think you're supposed to, but I don't think it's necessary. Plus I always forget later on that I put the year. So that's the HTML. Pretty simple, right? So I'm curious what this looks like. I'm sure it looks horrible. let's take a gander. So here we go. This is all of that. And of course we have these blank images and stuff here. But that's basically what the website is. At its core, it's just HTML, right? So, pretty cool. In the next one, I'll fill out this form stuff. I'll check my form taking. I haven't made a form in a while, so that's why I'm rusty. I'll do the form, and then I'll do the HTML for some of the other pages. You know what? I might just start styling this page. I think that might work better. So I'll probably do that in the next video, and I'll see you there. Bye.